right, so we're back, and yeah, I mean, I covered the books that I just picked up, and YouTube doesn't allow you to change camera camera angles or features anymore. Um, I used to be able to do it, but I guess things are changing. But I guess we'll go clean with. We'll start with the dirtiest book first, and we'll do the nicer books last. So yeah, this book, 33-cent pickup. It actually, you can see this is a good marker of. What's my camera doing funky stuff now? I'm gonna make it a little darker, so that's not really helping. Let's see. Let's do that. All right, hopefully that's coming out better on your end than it is on my end. It's coming out really bright, and I hate this camera. I really wish I could just go back in time and not have gotten this camera, gotten something else. Let me just go into the camera setup here. If they have camera settings. No, they don't. So, part of the problem is I'm on a MacBook and I'm using a Microsoft device. So it's, I guess, not that the Microsoft camera worked better on a PC, because it had problems on the PC as well, but definitely doesn't want to work or cooperate with Apple products. So as you can see, there's a good amount of rippling in the book, but none of the pages are stuck together, at least I hope not. Yeah, none of the pages are stuck together. You've just got this sort of, you see it right there on the edge of the pages. There's black mold there. It can be kind of removed, and we're going to work on doing that. So what I have here is this. These are just sort of like, they're basically, like alcohol wipes, or not alcohol wipes. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, yeah, kind of like baby wipes or whatever. But it has all the moisture dried out. So it's now just the paper, just the wipe, no solution there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some Clorox foam. Just really let it kind of soak. And it's now wet. It's not crazy wet, but just try to get it as soaked into as much surface area as we can. And now it's kind of like this wipe. And what we're going to do is we're just going to wipe along and try to get as much of that mold off as we can. And this is just really caked on right there. I think I gotta kind of do in broad strokes. Let the bleach do its work. Now the rippling I am not going to affect at all. But what we're hoping to do is just, we're already removing a lot of that. You saw that grime, that mold that was at the top there. Already affected that. Hang on, I've got to just, gonna just let you enjoy this right now. I got to put my laundry in the dryer real quick. I'll be right back. Hang on, Prime Survival. Just enjoy that Dave Stevens cover. Okay, I'm back. Just had to put. We're having all kinds of technical issues. Yeah, I did dim the lights. I think it's a little better now. Hopefully, you can see the cover there is pretty decent. All right, so yeah, we're just we are already having an effect. You can tell there's a lot of grime on that sheet. You just have to trust me that it's coming off. Um, yeah, like look at that. See that dark streak right there? That is just the mold coming right off. So again, it's not really, it hasn't like seeped into the paper. So we're not going to get it super clean like the original, but it is going to look a lot better by the time we're done. And then of course, there's, I think over time, you'll probably see as the, you know, mold is wiped off and this book kind of regains its, after a press, it regains its sort of shape and all that. It will definitely look better. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of rub it on there. It's really caked in on there, so without any like sort of elbow grease, those dark spots aren't going to come off. But sort of the other residual dirt is coming off pretty nicely. So we'll probably need a good eraser cleaning at some point. But definitely we'll need a press. You can kind of hear the crackling and rippling of the book. But yeah, Bulldog Cafe. There we go. It's already looking a lot better just in the time we've this edge part looks a lot better. Yeah. But that right there, that's actually damage in the book. So it's you can see it seep through, right? It's not surface area. So I think trying to get that, oh, look at that. That just came off the cover there. So that black stuff is surface level. So that we can definitely wipe off. It's a lot better now. And even the pages, just kind of see how much I'm getting off right there. This is about spent. But yeah, that black mold, I'm going to kind of go through every page and clean this thoroughly because we don't want that mold to be sticking around. This is not Dave Stevens' interior, but this is the official comic book adaptation of the movie. So get a nice little visual preview of what's going on. There we go. So you're probably thinking, Otaku, why are you doing this, man? This is a $3 book at best. You're spending a good hour of your time cleaning a book that no one will want to buy until you actually press all this gunk out of it. Like What's the whole point? Why don't you just call it a day? No, I love doing stuff like this. This is what relaxes me at the end of the day. Again, we're just hoping to press all this stuff out at some point. Not trying to get it perfect now. This will be a passion project for the future. I do want to get into pressing my own books, but I'm going to do it when probably in retirement, when I have a lot of time. The way I see a lot of my older friends, how they approach retirement and enjoying their collections and stuff, and making the books that they have, keeping them looking their best. Appreciate everybody who shares their processes on print, on cleaning and pressing. Hopefully that content is still around when I get into it. Sure, it will be, or there should be always new content around that. So I'm not too worried. Hopefully the cleaning and pressing of comic book technology also improves. Although I don't know how it could. It's still paper at the end of the day. Paper and aging. All right. So yeah, we're doing a pretty thorough job here, page by page. We're still far from done, but we're having a good effect on this book. And going back to the point, why spend so much on what to a lot of collectors is like a worthless book, right? There's a rusted staple right there as well. That's kind of the source of all this. The source of all this gunk. So it got exposed to moisture at the top of the book here, and the humidity kind of seeped through the book, and then the rust and again that moisture led to some molding. But all in all, the pages aren't stuck together. Again, with a press, I think you're going to see a remarkable improvement in the presentation. But yes, this will never be a high-grade book, nor do we want it to be a high-grade book. We're not into having everything in high grade. I'm not one of those collectors, but I do appreciate high-grade books in my collection. It's just sometimes you gotta just take what destiny gives you. This is an Unmyo book. I dug today and I found this book and I got it for 33 cents. And now I'm just cleaning it and enjoying some of this beautiful artwork as well. And we're seeing the Rocketeer in reverse, essentially. See all the stuff. I mean, I got to switch pads here soon. But I'll get to that. I still have some clean spots here. Just a little bit more bleach. Bleach is what's really killing the germs, or I shouldn't say germs, they're not really. Yeah, they're germs. The mold here. So I'm going to make sure that that's ever present on this pad. So the mold does not come back. There's a good example where it's got a big chunk of that off. should look better. Yeah, I mean, it's still in really decent shape for all the weather related. So, I mean, in terms of pressing this out, obviously you want to introduce moisture and get it really flat when we press it. But that will, just want it looking flat at the end of the day. And that's, I think, where we'll have the most effect on this. All right, so the beginning of the book is not as bad looking. It's only sort of that middle section that was unsightly with the mold. This section here is not so bad. All right, just get a nice little wipe down. Now I'm going to go normally my cleanings do not take this long, but this one had, not that it had a lot of mold, but it just was like speckled throughout the book. So just want to be thorough. We're taking the time to clean it, so I want to be thorough, not have it generate more issues for the book down the road. And there we go. We'll just there, see all that come off. Hopefully you're seeing that in the camera as well. And then this area here, this spine area, that's where you want to get a new pad here. You can see there's mold there, but once we get that off, it's going to look fabulous. It's going to look brand spanking new. Now we want to get this in one sort of nice wipe. Not try to push it in, but do it very lightly and pick up as much of that in one swipe as we can. So I'm just going to go real broad. There we go. It's pretty nice. Okay. Yeah. All right, that's staple. Staples what's causing the browning on the. Okay, make sure it's. I'm just gonna work across the other parts of the book now. The front cover is actually really decent. It's not as dirty, just a lot of moisture issues. Get the edge of this book now. But because we do it page by page, the edge of this book is also not seeing those black spots on the edges that I was showing you earlier. That looks a lot better too, as you can see. Before it was looking really black. So really we just have this moisture damage, the rusted staple there that's kind of migrated and stained the spine of the book. But spine ticks, you just got one really color breaking one, actually a couple. The rippling is the big thing, a couple color breaks there at the top. But all in all, the corners are decent. Again, with a good press, this is going to look fabulous. So I'm just going to move it to a new bag and board. I'm going to call it a day on this one. this one is nice. It's gonna look really nice in this packing board. And there we go. Rocketeer, official movie adaptation. And that is that. Again, 33 cents, some TLC, making a future pressing project, but don't mind having that in the collection. Beautiful cover. Can still enjoy the cover there. Great American flag. Shot there, the Rocketeer. Dave Stevens, rest in peace. Goodness, right there. All right. That's the first book. Next one we're going to work on is Superman Action Comics. This is the first appearance of the black suit, sort of a big key. And as you can tell, this one has that rigidity that comes with the moisture exposure, but is rather still supple in areas. Yeah, it's just nothing crazy. I mean, as you can see, there's no like molding on this one. It does have some, just a little bit of fading on the back cover here. We're just going to go light and get all the residual dirt off. Make sure nothing's, there's a little bit of staining there on the back. That's fine. This is another book, you know, probably could have picked up in a dollar bin somewhere and done all that. But now I don't really need to pick up this book. I don't need to pick up a high grade version of this book. This will just be in my collection now. I did want to have it. You know, if we pick up a nicer copy for like 50 cents or so, we'll probably do that. But this actually doesn't need a lot of cleaning. It's a pretty clean book as it is. Just going to get the dirt off. And this one should be good. Kind of got some dirt off there. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's not gonna, we're not gonna improve this book all that much. Oh, there's a stuck page there. We're gonna be very, do it very slowly. There we go. Don't want to see that tear. Do it slow. There we go. That is a clean. Ooh, ooh, it was stuck there. Had us a little nervous there, but I'll clean that off. We're also going to slightly keep that dry. Let that dry. Hopefully no other pages are stuck. Now I had checked this book and I was like, oh, there's no pages stuck, but apparently that back page had issues. So yeah, the black suit here is, it's not really revealed. It's kind of like, you see like a, oh man, does that bring back memories? Batman Returns Super NES video game? Jeez. That takes me back, man. See, that's the pretty much No, that's not it. It's Jor-El, right? Oh no, this is it. Yeah, this is true. This is Superman's. You only get like a little inkling of the suit. You don't get its like full reveal. Um, but yeah, you know that he's come out of this, and it's just unclear who we're looking at here. But it's yeah. hmm So he kind of starts remembering who he is and everything. He's witnessing all the Supermen and basically saying, you know what, these guys aren't Superman. These are posers. So I'm gonna show them what a real Superman does, and that is that. All right, so we are gonna put this one also in a new bag and board. And there you go. This is now part of my collection. I don't really feel the need to get a high grade copy of this. This is a future pressing project. When we press it out, it'll look good. It'll regain its. It won't be like near mint or anything, but it'll be still present high grade. So very happy with that. Nice to get this. Yeah, I think it's the camera. I just can't do anything about the camera. I wish it would like autofocus and do all the things it was marketed to do, but it does none of that. It just kind of produces these grainy images. All right, so this is the last book we're gonna kind of mess with tonight, and then we'll call it a night. And this book doesn't really need much. In fact, I'm like hesitant to put too much moisture on it. Just we're gonna do first we're gonna air it out, let it evaporate a little bit. Then we're just gonna do a really sort of gentle kind of sweep across the book. There we go. That's all we're gonna do. Over here. This is more like a magazine than it is a comic book. Let me get the edges there a little bit. And this one, again, has those great pinups. I almost wish I could just transfer the pinups to that other copy, the nicer copy. This one does have a little bit of rippling here at the bottom. So this is, I think, another candidate for pressing. This is just so much 90s goodness in here. My gosh, this is from 1996, but man, this is all the stuff I was collecting back in the day. I was heavy into Image. Heavy into just buying all the Image titles I could get my hands on. There's just some great artwork in here. Again, those pinups are that's what really made this book for me. But when I got that previous copy and then found out it didn't have it, I was really bummed out. I was like, just man, you gotta get this book, another copy of this book, and with the pinups. And again, we got it for 33 cents today. So patience, I guess, paid off. You do need to, I think, press this book again at the end of the day. But you got 3 pickups for $1. They're all parts of my collection now. Don't need anything fancy for those particular books. Obviously, you get them high grade, we would, but like 33 cents in that condition, I'm happy with that as well. All right, so this is going to, I think, we're going to keep this. I'm going to try to keep this. Let's see. I'm not showing you what I'm doing. I'm just basically going to reuse the bags and boards I got from those issue comics. Just basically kind of wipe down with bleach to just kill off whatever residual stuff is there. I'm going to also do that. Kind of just get the bag and pull the board. And expose that to some bleach there. Nothing crazy. Just to disinfect the inside of that bag. And then let that air out. And reuse that. So, yeah, you just some tips about book storage. You never want to keep your, this is for paper in general. So, whether it's like photocopy paper, any kind of paper, um, you want to keep it in a temperature controlled area, meaning it will always keep the same temperature. So you want to avoid temperature fluctuations. And then we're talking like even like a 10-degree difference, right? Like going from like, actually 10-degree difference is I guess decent, okay. You know, I think your house goes through about a 10-degree difference. But if you're going from like, let's say 50 degrees to 30 degrees or 70 degrees to 40 degrees, um, you've got this sort of um, large gap of temperature in a relatively short amount of time. And so you commonly see this with outdoor storage and when the seasons change, right? So you go from summer to summer to winter, right? If it's not being kept in again, a temperature controlled environment, and it has those seasonal exposures to temperature, your books are going to um, get moldy. It's going to Moisture is going to seep in from the temperature differences, and that moisture is going to cause the book to uh, mold and age. So, um, yeah, always keep your books indoors. Keep your inside as temperature controlled as possible, and always keep your comics in a dark, um, sort of cool, dry area. Don't expose it to moisture. Keep them as dry as possible, and that should keep your books safe. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, Prime Survival. Um, yeah, I think you're new to my channel, but yeah, again, thanks again for hanging out. Um, and for those of you that watch this, again, I know it's going to take me some time, but if you were following my Instagram before, just do me a quick favor, go over there, uh, follow me on at otaku.otg. It's my new Instagram site. They deleted my old one. and yeah, leave a comment or whatever, and just say you watched this video maybe. But hopefully everybody enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.